Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Frank again. Today's Father's Day, so I wanted to send a special message out to all the fathers in the world. First of all, wish you all a happy Father's Day, and also kind of want to dig in a little bit on what it means to be a father and the role that you play in your children's lives. As fathers, we should be leaders and mentors and, disciplinarians in some aspects, but also we should be the ones that teach our children by example in every facet of life. So leading by example, first and foremost, is one of the biggest things that you as a father should, hold as your, guiding light. And what I mean by that is, every action that you take, every action that, you put out into the world, your kids are following that and they're seeing that. So when you're responding to something with anger or frustration, your kids are recognizing that, and they think that whenever they have that same situation happen to them, that they should probably respond that same way. It's subconsciously, ingraining that belief system in their head of how they're supposed to be and how they're supposed to do things in life. So when, your spouse or your wife or your kids or somebody's frustrating you and they're just not getting something and you're responding to them with, a little bit of anger or condescension or something, your children see that and they think that that's normal and that that's okay to respond in that same way to that same situation when they're frustrated or when they're, upset about something. On the same token, you can flip that to when you're frustrated or upset or a situation that doesn't go your way, happens, you can respond to that with, pause, and you can respond to that with, a solution-based mindset. And your kids will actually pick up on that too, and they'll see, when I get frustrated, I shouldn't get, upset about it. I should, think through the problem here and figure out how I can make the best of this situation. So my message to you guys today is to just make sure that the lessons that you're putting out there as the father of your children and the leader of your pack is always a good message. Make sure that you're showing how to love in every situation unconditionally. So when your kids do something crazy or whatnot, don't respond to them with anger and frustration, because then that's going to be their, guiding principle in life is, when this thing happens, I just respond negatively and eventually it'll be okay. But we all know that that's not the case. We all know that that's not going to be the reality for them. So if you truly love your kids and you truly want what's best for them, then you need to set the example for them of how to go through this life and how to live and manage their problems effectively to the best of their abilities. So if you're sitting there realizing, oh man, I probably do have a lot of those situations where I walk around and I don't even think consciously of what I'm doing or how I'm reacting to a certain situation, make sure that you remember that you're setting that example for those kids and that you need to look at how you're going to respond going forward. So make sure that you take that one to heart, and just not to criticize or chastise. It's just to help everybody out, and make sure that, especially for younger parents or any parent of any age, you can realize and learn from those past transgressions or mistakes that you might have made, and learn how to be a different person going forward for your family. So make sure that you keep that in mind. Make sure that when your kids are coming to you with problems or whatnot, that you come to them with appropriate solutions and ways to help them learn how to handle whether it be their emotions, whether it be a tough situation at school, or if they failed a test, don't get mad at them for failing a test. Teach them how they can get better and put a little bit more effort in or whatnot. So another example, if you're tired after a long day of work, but your norm is to always come home and sit down on the couch and just drink a beer and watch TV, that sets an impression on your kids. You know, that makes the kids see that and they say, oh, you know, that's the norm. Or if you come home and you're frustrated after work and you're yelling at your wife or whatnot because she's not understanding something, or just she needs to get some things off of her chest and you don't have the patience for it, your kids see that and they see that they're, you know, that it's okay to just respond with impatience, and it's okay to be, you know, not give your spouse the space that they might need. So take that for what it is. Hopefully, you know, there's a lot more people out there that this newer generation that are doing a little bit better job parenting of things. But that's my message for today. To all the fathers out there, I know everybody does a lot of things and makes a lot of different choices in their lives, but hopefully this one will help you make a little bit better choices for your kids and for yourself, so that your life can get that much better. All right, thanks guys, love y'all. Happy Father's Day.